Charlie Heaton, the enigmatic actor best known for his portrayal of the brooding and introspective Jonathan Byers in the hit Netflix series Stranger Things, has long captivated audiences with his quiet intensity and depth of character. Yet, behind the screen, Heaton's own life story reveals a profound layer of maturity forged in the fires of unexpected responsibility. At the tender age of just 20, Heaton stepped into the role of fatherhood, a transition that thrust him into a world of profound change and self-discovery far beyond the scripted dramas of Hawkins, Indiana. In a recent, deeply personal interview with Wonderland Magazine, Heaton opens up about this pivotal chapter of his life, reflecting on the whirlwind journey of raising his son, Archie, now 11, with his former partner, the talented musician Akiko Matsura. His words, delivered with the same thoughtful cadence that defines his on-screen presence, paint a vivid picture of growth, sacrifice, and unwavering love in the face of life's unyielding demands. The actor's voice carries a weight of experience as he recalls the initial shock of impending parenthood. Being a young father, you have to grow up very fast, Heaton confesses, his tone laced with a mix of nostalgia and hard-earned wisdom. At 20, most individuals are navigating the freedoms of early adulthood, exploring careers, chasing dreams, or simply figuring out who they are amid the chaos of youth. For Heaton, however, the arrival of Archie marked an abrupt pivot, a moment where the carefree explorations of adolescence collided head-on with the gravity of lifelong commitment. He describes this acceleration into maturity not as a burden, but as a necessary evolution, one that reshaped his worldview in ways he could never have anticipated. You have to also learn ethical priorities too, he elaborates, emphasizing how fatherhood compelled him to re-evaluate his choices, aligning them with a moral compass oriented toward nurturing and protection. No longer could decisions be made in isolation. Every action now rippled outward, influencing the life of another human being who depended entirely on him. This shift in perspective, Heaton explains, was both exhilarating and terrifying. The actor, who had already dipped his toes into the acting world with roles in indie films and British television before Stranger Things catapulted him to global fame, found himself balancing the unpredictability of a burgeoning career with the steadfast rhythms of diaper changes, late-night feedings, and the endless curiosity of a toddler. And you've got to look after somebody, he adds, underscoring the profound responsibility that comes with the title of dad. It's a role that demands presence, patience, and an unyielding reservoir of energy, qualities that Heaton credits with honing his resilience. In Archie's early years, as Heaton's star began to rise, the actor learned to compartmentalize the glamour of red carpets and script readings with the grounded reality of playground visits and bedtime stories. These dual worlds, though often at odds, became the scaffolding for his personal development, teaching him that true strength lies not in perfection, but in showing up consistently, flaws and all. Delving deeper into the emotional core of his experience, Heaton speaks glowingly about the joys that parenthood has bestowed upon him. That's a big thing, he says, his eyes likely softening in recollection as he discusses the desire to give them good experiences and a lot of love. For Heaton, fatherhood has been a masterclass in intentional living, where every shared laugh, every exploratory adventure, becomes an investment in his son's sense of wonder. He recalls simple yet sacred moments, perhaps building forts from couch cushions on rainy afternoons or introducing Archie to the eclectic sounds of his mother's music collection, that have etched indelible memories into their bond. These instances, Heaton notes, are the true currency of parenting, far outweighing any material provision. They foster a connection that transcends words, one built on trust and mutual delight. Yet, he doesn't shy away from the vulnerabilities, admitting that the hard part obviously is distance. Heaton alludes to the geographical and temporal separations that fame often imposes. As Stranger Things filming schedules whisked him across oceans and time zones, maintaining closeness required deliberate effort. Video calls stretched into the wee hours, care packages filled with inside jokes, and a constant mental tally of milestones missed. This theme of sacrifice emerges as a recurring motif in Heaton's reflections, a poignant acknowledgement that love, in its purest form, often entails letting go. But that's part of the sacrifice, he states matter-of-factly, recognizing that the very pursuits that fulfill his artistic soul can inadvertently create chasms in family life. For a young father in the spotlight, the trade-offs are stark. The thrill of premieres in Los Angeles versus the quiet comfort of a school play in London. The camaraderie of castmates versus the solitude of hotel rooms echoing with thoughts of home. Heaton's candor here is refreshing, humanizing an actor often shrouded in mystery. Heaton has always been deliberate about shielding his private life from the relentless gaze of tabloids and social media, a choice rooted in protecting Archie's innocence amid the family's high-profile status. Rare are the glimpses he offers into this sacred space, making his current openness all the more impactful. It's as if, with Archie now on the cusp of adolescence, Heaton feels ready to share these lessons not as confessions, but as beacons for others navigating similar paths. Expanding on this protective instinct, Heaton touches on the broader implications of raising a child in the digital age, an era far removed from his own shielded youth. He muses on the challenges of imparting values like empathy and resilience in a world saturated with curated perfection and instant gratification. Ethical priorities take on new urgency when guiding a child through online landscapes fraught with comparison and cyberbullying. Heaton, drawing from his own experiences of sudden fame, emphasizes the importance of modeling authenticity, encouraging Archie to embrace vulnerabilities rather than mask them. This philosophy extends to his co-parenting dynamic with Matsura, whose artistic background as a drummer and composer infuses their family life with creativity and rhythm. Though they parted ways romantically years ago, their collaboration in raising Archie remains a testament to mutual respect and shared vision, proving that family need not be confined to traditional structures. As Heaton contemplates the future, his tone brims with optimism tempered by realism. With Stranger Things entering its final season, he anticipates more stability, perhaps allowing for deeper immersion in father-son adventures, hiking rugged British trails, attending live music gigs, or simply debating the merits of classic rock albums. He envisions Archie with his budding independence, carving his own path, and Heaton's role evolving from primary caregiver to trusted advisor. "You want to give them good experiences," he reiterates, a mantra that encapsulates his parenting ethos. Yet, beneath this hope lies a quiet resolve to continue growing alongside his son, acknowledging that fatherhood is an ongoing education, full of surprises and revisions.